Hello guys, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a long while since I done some guides, MMO guides, by the way, but technically Minecraft is a MMO, so I'm going to give it a good go. So I'm going to have a quick disclaimer, guys, and that is that first of all, I'm going to try to play this thing vanilla. That said, I am using shaders. Okay, look at that beautiful world. Look at the skies. That is really, really pretty. So, apart of my disclaimers as well, I have to say that I have played about maximum half an hour. So I have been looking at the pros doing this game, and I'm going to give it a go. So, first time playing Minecraft. Please be gentle. Before we start, as always, please give us a like. And why not? I mean, you are good people, and you give me a subscribe, give me a like, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, let's start a new single player world, and we need to give it a name. I think I'm gonna call it Little. Let's get Little Lands, shall we? And see how we get along with that. Let's rename again Little Lands and see what happens. So a couple of disclaimers, as I said at the beginning, is that I'm not very familiar with the game itself. So if you have any suggestions, please leave your comments, and actually I can try to learn this game. I think it's very, very interesting, and the 1.19 together with shaders are creating a very, very beautiful world. So in terms of the difficulty, let's go hard and see what happens from there. We are going to play survival mode. Cheats are going to be off, and I'm not using any data packs. Okay, as you can see, it's nothing there available. Okay, so let's do it. So here we are in Minecraft 1.19. Look at that beautiful sky. Look at that shaders. Really changed the way this game looks. So first thing first, we are going to need three things. One of those is going to be a bed. If we can find a ship, we can actually get the wool, and then we can make a bed. Now, beds are very interesting things, because the only usage that you can have from a bed obviously is going to sleep, but by doing so you can actually go through the night very quickly. Now, not every single map that you start on is going to have ships. Okay, now to find ships, you're going to have to find green plants, like pretty much like this one. Okay, I think that this is going to be a good map. I think, as I said, I haven't played this game fully, only about 30 minutes, so I'm not too sure what I'm doing. And if I'm saying something that you feel is not true or saying correct, well, you know that I don't have much experience doing that. So there's a couple of things that we're going to do. We have some wood at the moment in there, which is pretty cool. I see here that we have, I think, yes, that is honey. And there you are, there's the bumblebees in there doing their job. So that is a really good prospect in there. Something else that we need to find second is going to be food. As I said, if we can find some sheep to gather the wool, we can actually get some food when we kill them as well. So that is going to be interesting if we can find something. Now, something else that we need to find as we go is some caves. Now, that could be a cave down there, and that I like that. Look, this is plenty of resources in here. We have coal in there, we have cobblestone in here, and I think that we can even go in. That's going to be a cave, I think. So we need to keep that in consideration. So I think the best way to move forward in this game is going to be close to this location here. Now, the third thing that we need is going to be a base. So we need to make a mines up. Oh, look at that. That's going to be great, I think. Right, let's explore a tiny bit. Oh, and we found a village as well. Now, I usually, and I say usually, I just starting to play this game first time, don't like to start next to a village. Why? Because you have multiple resources already there, and I want to do this absolutely from scratch. Let me explain. If we go to any of these houses, I'm pretty sure that we can find some beds already. You can actually get the bed and take it with you, which, I think that fixes the subjects here, really. Let me see if I can find that door. Seems to be shut for whatever reason. Let's go around and see what we can find. Oh, we have shipping here. It's going to be one in there. If it's one, have to be more, hopefully. We have cows in there as well. We have chickens as well, and we can actually farm all these animals and then create our own farms as well. Let me see. Oh, there we go. It's not betting here, but you can actually get the resources if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that because effectively, what we want to do is to do ourselves absolutely from scratch. But what is true as well is that nighttime is going to come very, very quickly. Now, by the time there is nighttime, we are going to have to either have a bed or shelter. I mean, you can really don't have either of those, but nights are going to be very, very long. And that means there is a huge risk of being attacked by all these creepers and things. So first thing first, let me see if I can get this thing. And then we can start collecting the wood, food and the wool. So we have one in there. Let me see if I can get that one as well. Let's go kill him right here. And it can move very much. I don't think they will be able to go anywhere. That's going to be number 2. Now, in terms of the wool, you can actually get different color sheep, like gray sheep and black sheep and white sheep, as you can see. Now, it really doesn't matter because, oops, okay, come on, come up, come on, you know that you want to. He's looking at me thinking, I don't think so, but I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, in terms of the wool, with flowers you can actually get dyes, and you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go inside here, and I'm going to kill. There you go. So now we have 3, and we need to go up there. So first thing that we're going to do is going to put these guys in here really quickly, and I'm going to create all these different planks. Now with the planks we are going to get this beautiful crafting table. I'm going to open my big book of knowledge, as I call it, that was a really good addition apparently from older versions. And what that does, it helps us to do some recipes based on the amount of materials that you have, which is really, really cool, I think. Okay, so now we are going to need the sticks, and we are going to need at some point we're going to have to do pickaxes, and pickaxe is going to be very important because we are going to need to get some cobalt right here. So let's go do a couple of things. Can I just destroy this by hand? Yeah, yes, we can. And let me get out of here very quickly. So let's set a base somewhere very quickly. Now, you don't have to really be very fancy in terms of where you set your first location. That said, it's important that you do an allocation that is going to be comfortable for you to gather resources, like abundance in animals and plants and things. Because if, for example, you spawn in the middle of the desert is not good. Desert, you need to go away from the desert, because effectively it's not much that you can do in there to begin with, unless you want the challenge, of course. So let's see if we can find a location here. Here's some flowers. Let's get some flowers going, shall we? And the first thing we're going to do, I want to pick just the red one, I think, and I'll show you in a second how we make some dye. Right. So let's go put this thing down here, and then we're going to start creating something. So the first thing that we're going to need is that a wooden pickaxe. Now, wooden pickaxe is not very good. It's the lowest type of quality. What we want to begin with is going to be stone, and that's what we want to do very quickly in a minute. So I want to let me put that one there, and then we create the dye. That's what we want to do. Now also we can do the bed. As you can see, that's the bed. Now once you have the bed and you have created the dye, we are going to create a red bed. I mean, does that make any difference? I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. But make it feel good, isn't it? It's a red bed, and I think it's nice. And you can change the color if you choose a different flower. So for example, let me quickly see if I can find let me see a bit of blue one if it works. Not sure. This is trial and error for me, so not too sure what I'm doing. But let's see if that could work. Yeah, it could work actually. Can we make it blue? Oh no, because already it's been converted to red. But that, you get the idea. That's how it works. Okay. So now we have the bed. I'm going to put the bed down here actually, right there, and this is going to be our initial base, and I like that because down here we have plenty of resources already. Look at that. That could be a really nice cave in there. So I'm going to equip my little pickaxe in here and see if we can start gathering some resources. So in terms of the resources, what we want to begin with is this stone. So let's get on with that. You know, as many as we can, really. Stone and wood is going to be very, very important materials to have all along the gameplay, I think, or at least is what I think. Now, if you think there is anything else that I should be considering at this point at the start of the game, please leave me a comment and let me know. We have a coal, as you can see there, and that's going to be important to start cooking and create different materials. Of course, I'm not trying to do a guide to show you, you know, what the game does itself in terms of the technicality of all the materials and what they do and how to change them to different things. I think that if you want that type of thing, YouTube is full of really clever people doing a lot of marvelous job out there in terms of this game. So it is what it is. Now, I'm really intrigued about this thing in here. That is going to be something that we are going to have to do at some point, maybe episode 3 or 4. Maybe we can start doing some caving and see what we can find from there. So now we have a stone. Let me get this one out of the way as well. I prefer to collect a bit more and have enough, I would say, instead of running short of. Let's go up here in a minute, and we're going to start just changing our tools to a stone tool. So let's go down really quickly. So I want to do a sword. Swords are important because if you don't have a sword, you are going to be able to defend yourself, clearly. Also, I want to do the stone pickaxe, really important as well. That is going to be more durable than what a wooden pickaxe really is. So now we have these two. So what we got? We got the base, we got the food, and we have got as well bed, food, and the base is done. Okay, so very quickly, I think that we're going to do a furnace really quickly before night comes, and we're going to put it down to cook some food at some stage as well. Let's go up in the book as well, context of the book, and as you can see, I'm going to cook the food in there. Night is coming, maybe we should actually put a bed. And then go sleep. Now, what's important as well before you go sleep your first night is to put some torches around. So creepers and monsters and enemies or whatever won't respawn next to you. That is really important you do that. I haven't done it because time came up very quickly. So that's what we're doing. But as you can see, we are cooking food. We have 2 of them. We have cooked mutton from the sheep. We will do a sheep farm, maybe next episode or the next one probably, and see how we get along, guys. I know that I have researched and learned that the aim of the game is to kill some type of dragon at some point. Well, that's going to be difficult for me to do, but hopefully we can get there somehow. So now we have the food as well. We have the furnace. We have a crafting table. We have the bed. I think that we are looking in very, very good shape here, guys. So what we do next? Well, I think it's really important that you know, once we have all these things, we need to start upgrading as soon as we can. And that said, at some point I would like to come and check down here. So what we're going to do very quickly as well is going to create some torches, and that's going to be really important. And to do that, we're going to need twigs, as you can see. So we don't have many twigs, and this is the marvelous thing about these little books. So let's go create some torches as well, and I'm going to need the coal. That's what I'm missing. Okay. Now coal, you can mine as you saw earlier, but you can actually craft charcoal. You can craft charcoal. That will help as well. I would as well at this point, I think, craft myself an axe. That would be great, isn't it? Let me get a quick axe in here so we can chop even quicker than that, because effectively that's what we want, isn't it? Right, let's go get these trees going. Let's get into that. I will be doing some guides, specific guides in this game if I get along, as I did with any other MMOs I have, in terms of you know, farming and different things about the game. I think they would be really, really cool. So that is the aim of this series, guys. Now, how long it's going to be? We don't really know. Okay. Now you can see as well that we have different types of trees. that is something that I don't like to do very much, as far as I understand, okay? Because effectively, what happens is that you have, as you can see, different type of logs, which then you have to convert to plants, but the looks are different. So I like to keep the same look if I can. That said, it's not a big deal. That is my own personal preference. I'm sure that you guys have more to say to that, but it is what it is. So I was looking to do some torches, and I need charcoal. Now, I'm not going to want that in there because it's a good chance I'm going to get killed. So let's go do some charcoal. I think that's going to be the best way to move forward, I think. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out if I can see any charcoal around. No, not really. Okay, let's do it. Let's try to do some charcoal and things in here and see what happens. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong place. There we go. So there you go. We are going to do some coal, no charcoal. And let's wait. Charcoal. That is what I meant. There. Yeah, charcoal. So that's what we are trying to do. Now with the charcoal, we are going to be able to do torches. And with the torches, we are going to be able to do a tiny bit of caving just to check if we can find coal. That is what we are going to do at the moment. Now, what would be the next logical step? Well, I think that what we could do would be to start doing some farming and maybe getting ready this base. Are we going to stay here on a permanent basis? Probably not. We will change. But to begin with, we can do a clearing up and make the space a bit more safe, and obviously create that space to do a couple of farms maybe. See how it goes. So let's create this charcoal really quickly. So we are going to be in 3. There's going to be 6. I think that we can create some of them very quickly, and then we can create these torches, and it's going to be 12 of those. So first thing I'm going to do is just place a few around here, so I know the mobs are not going to respawn close to my base. So that's important, because sometimes they respawn right next to you, and by the time you realize, you are just a memory. So let's do that. And what I'm going to do next is try to wander down there to see if we can find something. Now, in terms of the coal, we could start carry on mining this cobble stone, and with the hope that we could find it. We have to be careful here that, oh, I run out of them, as you can see. But as you can see, there is a cave in there. Not sure it's going to be a rubbish cave where it ends up with an exit on the other side, or if indeed it's going to be a cave where you can actually go down and find different things. So what I'm going to do very quickly is that I'm going to get a bit of a stone here with the hope that maybe we can find some coal. Not sure that we are going to be able. No, I don't think that we will. But at least we have some stone available as well, so that's what we are going to do. Now we are going to find coal at this point. Okay, so let's switch and get some logs going as well. This is a birch tree, as you can see, which I never used for whatever reason. Not too sure why, but there you go. And I'm going to go for this one, for example. So I'm going to get 2 or 3 of those just to have enough. Now, when you chop a tree, you will see as well that you have these leaves, or the tree leaves, just hanging in the air, as you can see, right? Eventually, they will drop saplings, and you can actually plant the saplings back. And also, you can get apples from them. So there you go, 1 apple. That will be more food for us. So another thing that you need to be careful when you go wandering around is not to lose your bearings, because effectively that's what just happened to me. I don't know where my base is, and that happens often. And the thing about Minecraft, that unless you use a specific add-ons, you can get lost very, very quickly. It's not reference to go back to your base or anything like that. So this is where the village is, and then we're going to use that as reference, I think. So let's go back and try to find our base. We need to keep in consideration this beehive in here, I think it's called. I'm not going to bother that bumblebee, just in case. And see how we get on in terms of finding this thing back, because as far as I can see, some twigs that the tree is starting to drop. Now, you need to pick it up within 5 minutes, I believe. If you don't, they will be gone forever. Good. So you won't be able to have it. And that's important because some of them can give you actually different resources. So I think that we found a way, and we can be the other way, that's it. But here we are. Okay, so let's see if we can create some more coal very quickly. Now coal is good, of course it's good. And we are going to put some in there as well, so we can start getting on with that. Okay, so the charcoal is gone, has been completely cooked. Now night is coming up again. Second night, I'm not sure if I'm going to slow by the amount of nights they are going past, but you know, it is what it is. So let's wait for the night to come in. Let's have a quick sleep, and then we can start on new fresh day. So in terms of the flowers, you can actually plant them. You will see that we have sapling in here, and I'm going to plant some in here, maybe there. You can plant them. They effectively grow to a big tree. You can actually have a tree farm as well if you wanted to. I usually like to do that. Give a nice look at your bases as well, and you know, can help to gather resources, because when you chop down your trees, these things in here, the foliage will drop a lot of stuff, as you saw. So I think it's important. I think it's important to have it. I like it, and that's the way I do it. Right. And here we are. So let's craft very quickly some more torches. I think it's important, mainly because I want to check what is in that cave. You see if we just to check if we can actually do something for future episodes before we finish this one, because we are going to wrap it up very quickly. So to recap, we are in Minecraft 1.19. We are playing with shaders, completely in vanilla. I have to say at this point as well that I haven't played this game pretty much at all, only about 30 minutes if so, and I think it can be very, very beautiful. But in addition to that, oh well, no, there's nothing here. Okay, that is disappointing. Yeah, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing actually. We could actually try to carry on going forward in this cave to see what we can find. I'm going to leave the torches in here, okay, as well. But I think that what we're going to discover in searching for alternatives in terms of caving, I think that we need a good cave to go and explore at some point. So carrying with the recap, now we have a base, we have food, as you can see. We have a base, and we have the tools that we need to move on to the next episode. That is going to be very, very interesting, because as I said, I really am looking forward to do this caving thing, to see if we can find more materials to move forward within the game, and hopefully at some point we can kill that dragon. So there you go, guys. As I said, remember to subscribe if you would, and of course like it, notifications on, be a good person, support the channel, that kind of thing. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.